So now that we've got aliases in the bag, let's look at selecting multiple tables, selecting from multiple tables. So consider this query. Select star from teachers, we'll give it an alias, T, comma, classes, C. And you know, when you look at that, kind of imagine how you would respond to this if someone were asking you what this result set is going to look like, because it's kind of weird. It's two unrelated tables. I say unrelated because we don't, let's just assume that we didn't design it and we don't know that they're related by this teacher ID. Let's just you know, consider that these are just two tables. They could be any tables in the world. You know, how would you respond to this? How would you list this out in a result set? You know, a human being would probably look at that and really interpret it as two different queries, saying, you know, saying okay, you asked me for teachers and classes, and here are the teachers. There's 4 teachers, and then you also asked for classes, and there's 5 classes, but that's not one query. That's 2 queries and 2 result sets. What we're doing here is we're actually asking for in one query we're asking for one result set that contains records for both of these tables, and MySQL is just, it's going to just sort of throw up its hands and say, okay, I'm going to give you every combination of teacher and class because it doesn't know how to relate the two. So without sort of thinking that through, and you just run this query and you get this huge result, it may look strange, but then when you go through it, it kind of makes sense. So MySQL said, okay, well, you've got 4 teachers and you've got 5 classes, so I'm going to give you 4 teachers, 1, 2, 3, 4, for political science, 4 teachers for computer science. This is really returning every possible combination of teacher and class. So, and it kind of makes sense. You know, there's no other way to deal with it without giving MySQL some more information. So let's fix this. Obviously, you know, we need to limit what we're wanting back here, and really what we're wanting back is records where the teacher ID, this is the table teacher ID, and the class teacher ID are equivalent. So where that number is equivalent to that number. And if you just sort of eyeball this table, it's here, where Han Solo is teaching political science. Then these others don't match, they don't match. And then it's Princess Leia, computer science. And then it's Kylo Ren, 3, matches Kylo Ren 3 over here. And that's it. There are no matches for Chewbacca. We talked about that already, that Chewbacca is not assigned to a class. And there are no matches for chemistry or mathematics because the teacher ID is null here. So back to the query. Let's specify that relationship. So this is teacher ID equals C. T.teacher ID equals C.teacher ID. And now we run that. This from clause has done this in memory somewhere. It's run this, but then it's processed our query, our where condition to equate these 2 teacher fields, and therefore this result set is limited to what we just went through. Those 3 records where the teacher IDs are equal. And that's the result set right there.